And the new rules for buy now and pay later, spreading the cost of purchases using services like Klarna, has become part of everyday life for millions of people. But from today, there are stronger protections for shoppers, alongside tougher affordability checks. So whilst it's become hugely popular and a lifeline for some, these services have also proved hugely controversial. So where do you stand with it, Judi? You understand it. It can help people at their most vulnerable at a really, tough time. It can be a lifeline.
But I think the word that you said there, which really stands out, is vulnerable. I've been in that position. I understand. I've been there where you don't know where that next money is going to come or how you're going to pay for something. And in that, there's a level of vulnerability that will make you go for the thing that seems that is easiest at that moment. And, spreading a payment over a particular time where you're going to end up having a higher interest rate, and from when you're talking about clothes to bills to food, I think the worry is that it will put you in more debt. And if you're getting so many people that are now doing this, it doesn't answer the bigger question of the level of debt that we have in this country, or the level of poverty that people are living in this country, even when it comes to food. I know when I was in those situations, there was other kind of agencies that you could go to get money. But I come from a generation where, like when I bought one of my first beds, I couldn't afford it, but I paid £10, and then every week I went back and paid it off for how many weeks? It felt like months that I slept on that floor until it was paid off. But if I had those options then, yes, I would have taken it. But the point is, people are in vulnerable, desperate situations, and is this actually making it better for them? It's not addressing the real underlying and layers of the poverty that we have here right now in the UK.
Mm-hmm. I think what's happened is that people are using pay later for food and for takeaways, and I find that absolutely worrying because I grew up, like Judi, where you didn't buy anything, you didn't get anything unless you could pay for it. You didn't want to rack up debt and rack up interest. Interest was the big thing, the extra cost you did not want to pay. But what has happened now is people have become divorced from reality, and so they still get credit cards they cannot afford, and then they rack up a debt and they end up only paying the interest and not the sum that they owe. And so the extra worrying thing now is that pay later things like Klarna have been extended to delivery services. So I can order a pizza, a takeaway, with a pay later app. This is madness. I beg the government to step in now and stop that right there and then. Because if you are in so much debt and you have so little money that you cannot afford to eat, for goodness sake, go to the charities and the other organisations that are here to help you. Do not raise up more debt with more interest, because you're just making the problem worse.
Yeah, I think it's obviously it's not just Klarna. There's other companies as well. So you could be dipping into each one of those and running up those sort of situations.
Cherry picking.
It's so heartbreaking.
I think I mean, I used to spend so much more, and then when I met my husband, he was just like, why in the UK you're always like working and spending money and working and spending money? It's like you're just on this like hamster wheel. In Europe, it's so much kind of like more chill, and people just spend time with each other, and it's not all about this consumer driven of wanting things all the time. But just going back to like the cost of living and how much things are now, like I went into a supermarket the other day and there was like a dip for £2.50, and I thought that's just a bit of yoghurt and a grated cucumber that you could probably buy for like 60p. And I just think it's just that we want things so fast and so easy and so quick,
the convenience,
that we're worrying about the consequence like too late. And it's it's dangerous.
Yeah, and it's easy to get caught up.
It's so easy.
There's a lot of money.
Sad that in that situation, someone would think that would probably be their best and only choice. That's what's really hurtful, that people are out there right now worrying about that.
Absolutely. Klarna have said that they don't share these concerns because the new rules largely formalise what they already do. We run affordability checks, show costs up front and report to credit reference agencies. That's a spokesman for the company. So obviously there's a big audience out there for these, and it does, like you say, it actually does help some people in their toughest moments.